it. And yeah, make sure you guys are leaving a thumbs up. I'm like so tired. I feel like I'm like getting a fever. I probably am, but make sure you guys are sharing my channel with your friends and family. I made so many new shorts for you guys. They're very funny. I had a guy earlier ask me in chat, what are the major red flags girls look for in guys? If you guys want to know the most common red flags women look for, this is not the most common red flags that I look for. Obviously, you know, I'm like top security. You know, it's like I'm like the, you guys get what I'm saying? It's like highest level of security. You know, it's like I feel like there's like level 1 security, you know, maybe like a fucking, you know, locket, and then there's level 2, maybe like a fucking, you know, lock with a key, and then there's like a, you know, 10-foot safe or vault underground, you know, with a touchpad. That's me. But I'm gonna tell you guys the top red flags women look for in guys, well, the most common ones. 1, if he raises his voice. If you raise your voice too much, you know, you guys that raise your voice a lot, it's pretty obvious that you guys are abusive and have anger issues, and you're this close to fucking like losing it and fucking like beating the woman up or beating someone up. Like you guys get what I'm saying? Like these guys that raise their voice, you could see it, you know, it's like they're just ready to fucking, you know, these is guys that they're mentally ill, that they look like they belong in psych wards. They're just screaming all the time. Even if they're not mad, they're just raising their voice too much. But a guy that raises his voice too much, even if he's happy, if he's obviously fucking abusive, you know, and he's mentally ill. So yeah, that's 1. This is the most obvious one. Guys like this are you know, virgins, because, you know, everybody runs away from them. Women run from these guys, and it's, you know, and it's almost like, I'm pretty sure it's like a biological response. Women aren't even aware that they're doing this, but yeah, it's like it's a biological response. They meet this guy, he's loud, and then very obnoxious, you know, he is abusive, but like we have this biological response where, like, you know, I don't know, he like repels women away from him. So usually that guy is not an issue, because it's not like anybody wants to be with a guy like that. So, men, soften your tone. Don't fucking raise your voice so much, you know, stop, you know, just, you know, if you're shy, if you're nervous, be shy and nervous, just don't say anything. It's better to be too quiet than to talk too much. Number 2. Women do not like guys that talk over them, you know, it's like, I always say this, but it is so much better if you're talking too little as a guy, if you're too shy versus too hyper, you know, it's like you never want to be like the guy that's like yap, you know, it's like, come on. I've had so many of my friends complain to me that they went on a date and the guy would not shut the fuck up about himself. I had like a friend that told me that like the guy would not let her talk. It was to the point where she just gave up and just kept going, yeah, you know, or like, you know, just said yes to everything he said. You know, and then the guy had no idea she wasn't even paying attention. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. And also, especially if you're on a date, it's like if you're a guy, like, you should have like a notepad. Like, you should be taking fucking notes, you know? It's like, you should really want to be paying attention, fucking, you know, secretly taking notes or something, you know, noting everything you learn. So, but yeah, obviously a guy that talks too much, he's not only, you know, gonna be fucking annoying, but then too, this is gonna be a selfish guy. If he's talking too much, he's selfish. And then, you know, if the guy meets you, if you're just meeting a guy, and off the bat he's talking too much, and in general, when a guy talks too much, I'm this, I'm that, trust me, bro, I'm so great, this, I'm so good, he's lying, or he's up to something bad. If the guy keeps yapping and yapping, I swear I'm amazing, I swear I'm this and that, I have this, he's a fucking liar, he's desperate, and, you know, it actually might even be worse. So he could be a desperate guy trying to scam for free sex, or he could even be a sex trafficker. This could be a guy into human trafficking. So yeah, the most dangerous kind of guy is the ones that keep talking. I'm this, I'm that. Believe me, trust me. I am so great. I am so great, this, that. Trust me, believe me. That's what you guys sound like. I have this, I have that. Yap, like all it screams to women is believe me. You don't look good. When you're talking too much, when you're doing too much talking, and you know what? It is what you're doing. When you're talking too much, you're doing too much trying to convince and persuade. There's no such thing as that, because guys that are not hiding anything, guys that are not dishonest, guys that are not broke, and guys that are actually good people, or, don't have to fucking bark, believe me. I'm this. It's like, it looks so bad. And it is bad, because, like, you could be dealing with a guy, like I said, maybe he's just very desperate for free sex. That's why he's won't shut the fuck up and, doing this desperate yap, trying to fucking convince you that he, is like the king of fucking Mars. His enemies are after him and he just doesn't have access to his account, but has 100 trillion. He just, his enemies are after him, but next week things should get fixed. But take off your pants for now, like this. Or he could literally be a sex trafficker trying to lure you into a bad situation, because maybe he, bills are due and he hasn't sex trafficked a victim in a while. Sex trafficking is a very real thing. You guys be fucking careful of it before you guys laugh. Don't fucking laugh at this. You guys have any idea how often sex trafficking happens? And the fucked up thing is we don't hear about it because, it's, I don't even want to get into it. Misogyny. This is why I fight for women's rights. But if he's talking too much, let me tell you guys, your life might be at risk. Never deal with a guy that talks too much. 3. The next red flag is a guy that's broke. The guy that's broke, it's like, that's not a good look. If you're a guy and you're trying to pursue women, you're trying to date and you're broke, you look terrible. You look selfish. You look like me. You look like you're mentally too. I mean, you really think any woman wants to be with a guy that's so selfish? You don't give a fuck about the other person. You don't care about anybody except that you're getting what you want. It's like you look like a 2-year-old, It's like, and it's not attractive. This is toddler behavior, but in grown, ugly man body. So, it's like a broke guy talking to women. It's not a good look. There's at all. Huge character issue. So not only is it not attractive, but there is a big character problem. Very huge one. No one wants to be with a fucking sociopathic demon. Sociopathic fucking, grown man, but who's mentally like a troubled 2-year-old. It's like, I'm gonna be forever 2 years old, right? So this is not attractive. 4, the next red flag. I'm trying to think. Get this in order. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm literally running a fever. Like, I'm doing my best to answer your questions, but I'm running a fever and my back is killing me. I think I'm about to, get my cycle, too. I think maybe that's why I'm, so tired and, I feel like I'm gonna faint. Fuck, the next one, what else? Oh, the guy that does not take accountability. Oh my god, this is a big red flag. So, and I feel like this is the more intelligent woman will catch this, but, ever notice how, when you're talking to, you spend enough time with a guy and he starts to complain about, things that go wrong in his life. He starts to complain about things like, this didn't go well, or this happened, and, whatever. But then you'll notice it's in the way he complains. He just blames everybody else. Oh, I try to do this, but that happened. Like, this person did this. They did this, that, they did. He's addicted to running away from accountability. You do not want to be with a guy like this. A guy like this is abusive. A guy like this is, never going to go anywhere in life. A guy like this is going to drag you down. Honestly, he's going to drag you down. Never get with the guy that's addicted to running away from accountability. you're only gonna get dragged down and be miserable. You know, it's like men, it is literally, it's not optional, it's foundational for men to take accountability. If you do not learn how to take accountability, you will never go anywhere in life. You know, and it's hard, you know. Life's not fair, but you gotta take accountability. There's no way that you're gonna last in a relationship if you can't take accountability. Any other questions, you guys? Oh, yeah, wait, 6, 7. 7. If he's promiscuous. This is another big red flag. A man that's promiscuous. This is, again, going to be the more intelligent girls that, like, catch on to this. But, you know, I always ask a guy, like, for his sexual history. I always ask a man if he has a past, basically, because I want to know if the guy has a past, because I want to know, like, this is, I guess, my way of finding out, like, really more about the guy, and this is the most important question. But when you meet a guy, always ask him, like, how many girlfriends have you had? And then ask him something else in the middle, kind of sandwich it a little bit so he forgets that he answered the question. Most guys are dumb. But then after I ask him, wait, so what's your body count? Keep in mind, I already know how many girlfriends he had, but then I asked for his body count. Oh, 7. So let's say that he said to me that he had 4 girlfriends. But then I asked him, wait, so I'll like talk a bit, wait 10 minutes. He's going to forget. Men's memory reset every 5 minutes, okay? So just ask a couple of questions. His memory will completely reset, and he'll forget that he told you that he dated 5 girls, right? And then you ask him, so what is your body count? If he says 20... Alert, we have a rapist. We have a rapist. Or a liar. But I believe rapist. I mean, you know, it's like it's sad, but I think the number is like 9 in 10 women have been sexually assaulted, raped, but no men seem to know any rapists. I mean, who's raping these girls? So yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it is. If you have a guy, I mean, come on, you guys, he dated 2 girls, but his body count's 11. You're telling me that he's not a rapist? I mean, it's of course he's a rapist. Like, unless the guy's, like, loaded, he's so rich he could afford to, like, you know, make it that it's every prostitute. But, like, I don't even want to say that, you know, because it's, like, rape is rape. Honestly, I don't even think it's a money thing. I think rapists, they just, you know, they rape because they're selfish and they don't want to wait. It's a low quality thing. So I don't even want to say that. But if a guy has a high body count, it's, way more than his relationships, and anything more than his relationships, that is the biggest red flag. I will assume the guy's a rapist. I don't care. If he says to me, like, he dated 2 girls and got with 3 girls, I'll ask him who was the one girl, and if I hear a coherent, like, fluid story and it adds up and there's some rationality, then okay, then I'll believe he's not a rapist. Or if he tells me that the excess girl was a prostitute, then okay, you're not a rapist. But if he dated like 2 girls, but his body counts like 7, 8, 10, like something excessive like that, yeah, no, I'm not hearing you out, bitch. I know damn well that, yeah, this is your rape count. I know damn well you're a rapist, so I won't even fucking give the guy the benefit of the doubt if it's egregiously higher like that. And if you guys think this sounds ridiculous, just never forget, look at the rape statistics and ask a man you know, ask a male friend if they know any rapist. Every man will always claim that they don't know any rapists and that their friends are not rapists, but yet, then who is raping all these girls? Someone's doing it, and it's probably that guy who's only dated 1 girl but then fucked 10. That's not good. That's not good. So for me, that's one of the biggest ones. And yeah, other than that, another big red flag is... Another big red flag, if he complains when you ask him to do something. This is more so, I guess, like, you know, when you already met the guy, I guess, or you at least met him once, but any guy that complains when he's asked to do something, it's, 1, it's really unattractive, and 2, it's like, I don't know, you guys, it's just giving transgender. I'm just not gonna lie, which there's nothing wrong with, but you guys, like, if I ask a guy to do something for me to run an errand and he's complaining or like, oh, well, I have this, I have that, like, this is what I have, like, it's like, I feel like this about it. Do you want some lipstick too? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, and before you guys think I'm being mean, like, I'm not being mean, there are a lot of women, they get married, they will literally marry a guy that's gay, and they'll go through decades never knowing that their husband's gay. And then one day their husbands just leave them one day. One day they just find out, they're blindsided. Their husband comes out and they're like, hey, listen, I understand we have kids, we have a family, but I've been gay the whole time. This is my boyfriend, Alejandro, and I'm moving in with my boyfriend, Alejandro. Later, bitch. And that's how these women find out. Like, it happens, It's like beards. It's called beards. A lot of gay guys will have beards, There's nothing wrong with being gay, but lying to a woman and fucking you, taking advantage of a woman's time, wasting her youth, having kids with a woman, and the whole time you're gay and not even into her, there's something demonic about that, It's like, that's evil. Demonic. But guys do that all the time. So yeah, if you ask a guy to do something for you and he's like, oh, well, I have this going on, oh, well, this is too much work, even if he's not saying no, even if he doesn't and he complains, I'm just saying, unless you want to end up like poor Mary, whose boyfriend Chad, after 10 years being married, they have 2 sons who are 4 and 8, just came home one day, said, fuck you, Mary, I'm out of here. Me and my boyfriend Alejandro are moving in together. This marriage is over unless you want that to be you. Do not block the guy. Like, literally, do not date the guy that complains. And if he complains too much, I think he's gay too. But especially if you ask him to do something and he's nagging or pouting about it, or like, any straight man is gonna be like, literally, it doesn't matter what's going on in his life, especially if he's like into you, it doesn't matter what the hell's going on, he's gonna drop everything and do it for you. Because that's how men are wired. A man that's attracted to a woman is going to be thrilled and honored, running to go help you. That's just how it is. And then the last red flag of men. Any man that calls another man a simp. Like I said, unless you want a gay boyfriend, do not date the guy that's ever called another man a simp. Because you know what? There's something that, I can't help but notice, but why is it that, men could look at a man that loves a woman, how a man behaves when he's in love, and fucking bully him for that, like try to fucking like dog on him for that. It's like he's in love with her. So a man that calls another man a simp obviously does not understand that simp, that's just what it looks like when a man's in love. And if he doesn't understand what a man that's in love looks like, I mean, is it because you have never been in love with a girl? Do you just not understand what it feels like to be a man in love with a woman? Or are you just somebody that's never going to know what it's like to be in love with a woman? So, you think that, these guys are loser simps just because you don't know what it's like to have love for a woman. It's giving gay, it's giving closeted, it's giving self-denying gay, it's giving transgender. It's so bad. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but like, you guys get what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, if you're not attracted to women, and you know that you're on the DL and you're closeted gay, don't insult your friend, straight David, for showing love to his girlfriend. Don't call your straight friend David a simp just because he loves his girlfriend. It's like, that behavior is what it looks like when a man's in love with a woman. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's so bad, and we have so many gay guys and bisexual guys. It's to the point where in today's society, like, a man that loves a woman is like a rare, crazy thing, and it really shouldn't be. That's a sad thing. But if he's ever used the word simp, ever, cut all ties with this guy. He is at least bisexual, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to date a guy that's bisexual. You know, you don't want a guy that's bisexual because you could still end up like Mary one day. You don't want your fucking boyfriend or your husband to come home one day who's bisexual and one day he's like, yeah, fuck this family we've built, fuck them kids. I'm moving in with my boyfriend, Mike. Later, bitch. LGTV. In the house. Bisexuality, did you forget? I like both. Yeah, I am attracted to women, but I also fucking love Mikey. I told you I'm bi. Or maybe he didn't tell you, but most guys won't tell you. But, I mean, you don't want to date a guy that's bisexual because it carries the same risk. Being a woman dating a man who is gay versus being a woman dating a man who is bisexual, there's no difference. I swear to God, tomato, tomato. I mean, because what matters is the fact that they'll abandon you one day. You know, because it's like, no one can live like that. You know, it's hard to live like that, living a lie like that, obviously. And it's like, it's a ticking time bomb. One day they're going to abandon you and go move in with their boyfriend, Mikey. Go move in with their boyfriend, Alejandro, their lover. You know, and that's the big problem. Your kids are going to be traumatized. Your family's going to be totally torn apart. You know, so it's like, there's that ticking time bomb. Men fuck up all the time already, but like, you don't want to have something like this happening. You know, it's like, you don't want to have a guaranteed fate of your family crashing and burning. You know, it's like, you want to have a chance. If you want to have a chance, definitely the guy that uses simp in his vocabulary, you know he's gay. You know he's gay, or at least bisexual. So yeah, I hope I helped. But ladies, do not underestimate this. There are so many guys that are gay or bi. I swear to God, I believe that, like, I'm not even joking. I believe 85% of men are gay to bisexual. On God. The overwhelming majority of men are bisexual. You know, maybe not gay, but like definitely bisexual to gay. Yeah, 100%. You know, it's like most guys act gay as fuck. You know, it's like they care more about their male friends than a woman. Oh, another sign that he's gay. Does he care more about talking to David on the phone, flirting with David and degenerate Andrew on fucking Call of Duty, Discord, playing games, violent games like Call of Duty with, you know, fucked up Eric and fucking, you know, homophobic Owen? If you have a boyfriend and it's like he'd rather do that than like be with you, that's a clear sign that he's gay. If he'd rather flirt with his gay friends on Call of Duty and these violent games. I have dated many guys. They love video games. They love the game. But never once have I ever seen like the guy like fucking like pick the video game or talking to a friend over me. I only ever, and honestly, I forgot that the guys I dated even played the video game because like they never did it around me. The guys I dated, the only time they play their gay game or talk to their boyfriend on the fucking game, violent game, is when I did not want to be with them, when I wanted time, when I wanted